Tax day is usually in April, but this year the IRS extended it to May 17th.
And joining us live this morning is a local financial professional, Phil Huff from Independence Wealth Advisors. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning.
So why was the tax deadline moved to May 17th?
Yeah, so it was moved back from April 15th to May 17th, mainly for the response to the COVID relief bill. Some of the tax things were built into that, but there's also millions of tax returns from last year that the IRS still haven't fully processed. So some of the big changes from the COVID tax bill were, unemployment was a big part of last year and all the statements they have to get out for that, but also how they're going to file them. And then another big one was the child tax credit as well.
Yeah, and so you're saying, though, that people really need to start getting on this, sooner rather than later.
It's always smart to file your taxes sooner rather than later. The big reason is to prevent identity theft. The tax fraud through tax filings have gone down recently, but it's still a big area of tax fraud. So if you file first and the IRS gets some bogus return from a fraudulent actor, then they're going to be able to catch that a little bit easier. For years like this year, we want to be able to catch if we owe taxes, be able to plan for how we can pay that. Now we have, until May 17th to pay that tax bill. If we file today and we find out we have a couple of thousand, we may have to take that month or so to budget.
And Phil, how about those who received the stimulus check? Are they going to be taxed? Is that going to affect their taxes? How does that go into play?
Yeah, the stimulus bill won't affect their taxes. The big focus is going to be on anybody that filed unemployment. And if it was your first time, you probably didn't withhold any taxes. But unemployment typically is taxable income. So it may be money that you didn't account for. So there's going to be a lot of changes. This is going to be a different tax year for a lot of people.
Yeah, the tax season, unique to say the least. So how can we actually maybe prepare for taxes in the future? Do we need to start thinking about that even, today, even now?
Absolutely. This was certainly a unique year, but this isn't the only unique tax year that's going to be out there. If anything, I hope that years like 2020 kind of show the importance of tax planning and making sure you have a plan for your current financial plan that includes taxes, so you can save not just next year, but maybe 5 years, 10 years down the road.
And how about those that are working from home, but there are companies like in another state or something like that? Isn't that all kind of confusing? Like, where do you file taxes if a lot of folks are working from home?
Right. There's going to be a lot of complexities and things that folks haven't faced before. It makes it harder for a lot of folks to just do what they've done and get on TurboTax and do their own taxes. I think using a professional this year is probably more important than ever.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask. So if our viewers need some help and need some information, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can go to our website, www.iwadirect.com, and we'll talk and show you everything about tax planning.
All right, again, sooner rather than later.
That's
File
right.
those taxes for Uncle Sam.
Absolutely.